Good morning. I gotta say I'm really risking it with this one because my son surprised me by waking up at 5 in the morning. So he's up watching Smallfoot, so you're gonna hear some songs in the background probably, and probably a little boy is gonna interrupt us at some point here, so I'm gonna try to be fast. Okay, today is day 2 for the hypothesis test project. You need to read and respond to my comments on yesterday's assignment. So most of you, I said, hey, great idea, love what you're doing, keep it up. And there's a few of you who I said, hey, you need to reword this, or you need to ask a different group of people. It's important that you don't just ask people through Snapchat or your friends, because that's a convenience sample, or people who live by you, unless there's a reason to. If you're specifically investigating your neighborhood, that's different, but you're not. So at least none of the ones who submitted it are. So, first thing you have to do is pick your sample. Now, on the Schoology site, I posted a Excel document that has, I took it from something else, but basically edited it so that it's every kid in the high school, 9th grade through 12th grade. If anybody wants 7th and 8th grade, let me know. And I organized them by grade alphabetically. Hopefully there are no doubles, because from the list I took, which was the internet survey list that we sent out at the beginning of this COVID thing, if your family lives in like 2 different households, you would have 2 lines, because we need to know about like the internet access for each household. So I tried to delete all those, but you might want to glance at the class you're using and make sure that that's the case. So if you only wanted seniors, you're just going to have to go to the bottom of that list and delete the rest of the data. I'm going to show you an example right now of how you would pick your sample. It has to be random. So I'm going to pull up the graphing calculator app on my phone. Okay. So, I went through the 9th grade class, and I pretended that I was going to do a test on the 9th grade class. I added a column that I wrote in just the numbers 1 through 61, because that's how many 9th graders there are. And then in my calculator, I'm going to type in, the first thing you do is math, and then over to probability, down to the 5th option, which is random integer. And then you put in 3 numbers. You put in your lowest number first, so my lowest number is 1. My highest number is 61. That's the second number that goes in. And then you type down how many responses you want. Now, you have to ask a minimum of 20, or not ask, you have to get 20 data points. And since you're sending this out as a survey online, or I'm actually okay once you get your sample, if you ask them on Snapchat or ask them through any other social media, that'd be fine too. But you have to ask the actual people that you sampled, not just people that you know and like. And it's pretty easy to send a survey over email. So since you need 20 data inputs, I would suggest that you pick 25 or maybe 30 students to ask. If you get more, and besides, you might get duplicates in this list. So you want to be able to send this out to like 25 to 30 people. And this will start giving you numbers. So if you get any repeats, that's okay. So it looks like I have to do 50, 49, and 23. So let's see if I go through my list. Number 50 is Cooper. 49 is Carlos. And the next one I needed was 23 is Michaela. So that's basically how you do it. You just get a random sample that way and pick 25 to 30 people. Yes, you could be in your own sample, and that is okay. If you get any duplicates, you might have to run the list again and get some more numbers until you have up to 25 to 30, because you need 20 data points, and I'm assuming that some people are probably not going to respond to your survey. So get your list of how many people are of your sample, and you need to send that to me. So your homework for today is to send me your sample. That just means that I need to know who you're going to ask. You also need to make your survey today. You have to include an opt-out option. So you can't just like send them a survey that has one question in it, which is your question. You have to first say, I'm doing a survey, or I'm doing a hypothesis test for Miss Nussbaum's AP Stats class. Do not tell them what your hypothesis is, because that could affect what they say. As in like the percent that you're guessing or the mean that you're guessing. Instead, you just need to say, are you willing to answer a question for my stats class? Your answer will not be connected to your name. That's important. So say that your answer will not be connected to your name, and then they should say yes or no. And if they say no, then they're out of the survey, and they're not interested. But if they say yes, then you can ask your question. Make sure you ask your question in an unbiased way, so that you're not affecting how they answer. And then send me the link to your survey and your sample. Now, if you've decided not to do an actual survey link and you're instead just going to reach out to people by email, just type it in and ask, or by Snapchat or whatever you need to tell me, send me a message that tells me exactly what you're going to say, because you have to say it the exact same way every single time, so we need kind of a script going about what you're going to say. All right. And then I will respond to you by the end of the day and tell you if your survey looks good so that you can send it out, because we need to have data collected by Monday. So that gives people Friday, Thursday, I'll respond to you today, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then hopefully you're getting most of your data by Monday. And if you don't have enough data by Sunday, then you might need to reach out to those people and encourage them to actually answer your question, which is tough. So, all right. Send me any questions you have by email, and then make sure that you post these two things, your survey and your sample. Have a good day, guys. Miss you. Bye.